on the set in 3, 2, 1, going live.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of HB Unplugged. Everybody in HB. We're getting excited. I'm Mel Craig.
And I'm Don Ramsey.
And we got a special set of guests here. I mean, they got here a little bit early, so I've gotten a chance, Don, to talk to them a little bit in detail. Their story is quite insane. I mean, it's going to be fun to share a lot with them. They got an event coming up. I mean, they're a busy, busy couple. Nicole and Tyler, let's say hi and tell everybody, let's give them a big hand. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, guys.
This is so cool. Yeah, look at all these people. Wow, this is so cool.
Thank you, guys. Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, why don't you introduce yourself officially?
Okay, my name's Nicole Elliott. I'm Zac's mom. And
Tyler Henn, I'm Zac's dad.
Okay, perfect. So we've just said Zac, and, hopefully you can focus in on this when you get a chance. Let's go out there. So why don't we first get right into this, because the reason you're here as guest is because of Zac.
Yeah.
And, it's a tragic thing. And, like I said earlier, I can't imagine tragedy of that magnitude. I haven't had to deal with it. And, I get emotional even just talking about it. So it's really tough. What just happened with Duke and Kobe. And I mean, it's intense when that happens. So, why don't we start real quick, talk about your start here in Huntington Beach first, because the show is really about Huntington Beach and the community and folks like you who deserve the exposure. And that's what we really want to do, is give them the exposure. We're going to get into Zac, but let's talk about you guys, getting married and, the beginning years and stuff like that. And I want people out there in Huntington Beach to get to know you guys. So go ahead, rock and roll here.
Sure. Well,
all right, that's good enough from Tyler and Alice here. No, go ahead.
To start, Nicole and I are just really good friends. We're no longer a couple. We've been divorced for 15 years now, maybe. We just decided that we're better friends than we are together, and it's worked out great for us. And we've been able to raise 3 beautiful boys. And in terms of our involvement in Huntington Beach, I work in Newport, and I've surfed off the pier for a long time. And
Newport Beach Pier?
Huntington Beach Pier.
Yeah. Sorry. I work in Newport. I've surfed off the Huntington Beach Pier.
Yeah, Huntington Beach Pier, yeah.
And not to get into all my past relationships, but after my last significant one, I thought I should just move to the beach. Makes a lot of sense. We're originally from the Yorba Linda area, so I've been out here for 3 years now, and it's been a great community to get involved with.
Yeah, fantastic.
I live in Yorba Linda, and we raised the boys out in Placentia. California is where they went to high school and all their schooling, and I'm still there. And we'll get into how all of this ties into Huntington and how relevant Zac has become in your community.
Right.
And how amazing they've been. But I'm in Placentia.
And so,
the accident happened in Placentia.
Okay, so what do you do for a living?
I'm a diagnostic medical sonographer, so I basically just do ultrasound.
Say all that really fast, on.
I do ultrasound, and I do scar revision and stretch mark revision, tattoo camouflaging.
Oh, tattoo camouflaging.
Yeah.
Well, I bet that's a busy business.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people doing, I can see that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets tattoos and then wish they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And Tyler?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure. I run business development for renewable natural gas companies. So I go out to landfills and dairy farms, and I collect the methane that gets produced from the decomposition of waste.
Oh, wow.
And then we repurpose that methane into the vehicle fuel market. And so, Huntington Beach, we have, I think, Republic Services has the contract that picks up all of our trash. Mm-hmm. Well, those trucks run on natural gas. And then so what we do is we work with Republic, for example, and we'll collect the methane from the landfills and fuel those trucks with the gas that gets produced.
Okay, so you know what Mark Captain is?
Yeah, we're Captain, sure.
Yeah, but it's illegal now because it's a carcinogen, correct?
No, it's a way to odorize the gas. Right?
So you can give it a smell so you can find it.
So I haven't heard that. I mean, what we have at all of our renewable natural gas plants, right, is methane is odorless, right?
And so Mark Captain makes it, gives it a smell. But and not to bend your ear on this, but back in the 20s when Huntington Beach became an oil well place, they would use Mark Captain in the ground to get the methane gas to smell so they could find oil down in the ground.
Oh, right.
And it was used all over Huntington Beach till about the late 30s, early 40s, when they realized that mercaptan was a carcinogen and it could cause cancer. So if you've ever been like right where, like our family owns an acre of property right down the street, about 4 miles, and right on Garfield and Gothard, there's a giant, I think it's like 20 some acres where the EPA won't let them do anything with the property because so much mercaptan in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so that's a little bit different than kind of what we're doing with
I'm just saying
the gas industry does
yeah.
now, but they still use it as an odorizer to odorize it because if not, right, if you've got gas running at your stovetop,
right,
you wouldn't know, right?
Yeah, exactly, you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
so
but you can smell that egg smell or whatever it is, and you
wow.
know right away that's natural.
I'm learning something. I didn't know you knew that stuff, Don.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually an oil town before it became surfing and actually Douglas Aircraft in '63 when they got the bid to build the fuel tank for the rocket that
Your dad was part of that.
Yeah, my dad was. That's why we moved to Huntington Beach because he was an engineer and he helped design the rocket fuel cell that propelled the guys to the moon in 1969.
So Don, we call him the unofficial mayor.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing he doesn't know about. He's a story between him and Chris Epting. Do you guys know Chris Epting? You'll meet him one day. Really cool guy. But these guys know everything there is to know about Huntington Beach. That's why I picked him as the host of the show. I wanted Don to be here because Don, you know everything.
63 years I've lived.
I love that.
He sits on the board of directors of this, of that, of the museum, the Walk of Fame, the Hall of Fame, the Wall of Fame. I mean, he sits on all the boards.
Board Writer Club.
Yeah, Board Writer Club. Yeah, he's
4th of July event. I'm on the executive board.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
I sit around. I always tell. I'm always pulling him aside, going, Don, you're gonna have a stroke. Let's calm down.
Keeps me young.
All right. Well, this show's about them, not us.
I know.
So that's cool. So Placentia is where you guys,
Yeah, and speaking of engineering, we have 3 boys, and our middle one is in the at ASU. He's going to be a mechanical engineer.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have our oldest, who's 24, Caden. That's Cash, and we have Caden. He's 24, and he's in the sheet metal union.
He's in the sheet metal union.
Yeah, he's in the trades. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Good.
trades. That's good. Good benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out
Yeah,
to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's cool. It's good. You raise them right because they're obviously taking responsibility. We talked a little bit about school and how, but look, I wasn't a school guy. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I actually didn't finish high school, but I ended up going to the Army and got my, what do you call it, the GED. Got high school educated, and then I got out of high school and I went to college, but I didn't like that either. So my hat's off to anybody who says, hey, education is everything. Great. I'm glad it is. But for some people, you don't have to be educated to have success and have a good life. But
That's right.
All right. So now let's talk about Zac, and however you guys want to tell this story, everybody in HB is watching right now and how you feel is best to tell the story. And, Don and I will sit here and try not to cry, but, we know what you've been through and we know what you're now. It's really more about, not so much Zac no longer with us. It's what you guys have done with Zac now moving forward.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So go with that.
Yeah. One of your prompts for that Michelle sent us of what we're going to talk about is parents' perspective and some advice. And just right off the bat, I just wanted to say one of the things that's really cool that we learned is to talk more about how they lived than how they died. People get very curious to know how we lost our son. And of course, there's just natural curiosities. But one of the things we love to do is talk about how he lived.
Wow,
So
there you go.
I think that's
Well,
mostly
let's
what
get
we'll
into that.
focus on.
Yeah,
But
let's get
do you
into
want to
that.
do you want to
Yeah.
tell them what happened to Zac?
Yeah, I mean, so Zac, really eclectic, super curious, tinker, loved cars, would do anything that he could to get a side job to save some money, and behind our back ended up buying a 1984 Corvette and was doing some work on it. And
My kind of kid.
Yeah, he brought it home, and I was like, what are you going to do with that thing, right? Like, return that thing. And he's like, Dad, no.
How old was he?
17.
He got it for his 17th birthday. He put it in his name. He went and got it smogged.
Oh my God.
He did the whole thing all by himself. Got insurance for himself, everything.
And then so that,
All on his own.
and that's just part of who he was and his identity. And then so
Yeah.
you can't take that away from him.
No.
But it was like, okay, we're going to work on the car and you can take it to and from school. That's it. Right? You can't drive it anywhere else.
So
I
to
don't
me,
want
he
you-
did have his license by then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because he went and got the car.
Yeah.
And then 2
How
years.
did he get the car? How did he make the money?
He worked out Lamppost Pizza.
Unreal.
And then he also hustled.
Here in Huntington Beach?
No, in Placentia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Zach was a hustler, though. He did a lot of side jobs, and
Well, he was smart, you know.
he was a saver.
He was just like every other kid that you see out there. He loved e-bikes, right? And then during COVID, I bought 4 e-bikes for all of us to go tackle the trestles brakes, right? Just to make it easy, because I was getting
It's a long
a
walk.
little bit jealous of
Yeah, it's a
everyone
long
riding
walk,
their bikes down there and still doing the walk. And so we bought 4 bikes, and then, those things ended up in Zach's hands, and it ended up being part of who he was, right? Like, so he had 1 bike that he would take to and from school before he had his driver's license. And then the other 3 bikes I had became part of his spare parts inventory for that bike. Right? And so, because he just put so many miles on it. But yeah, so he bought the Corvette, and 2 years ago on June 4th, so just recent, what's the day, June 12th?
Yeah.
June 11th, excuse me. He was on his way to school in the morning, and a woman was making an unprotected left-hand turn. They collided, and he didn't make it.
Wow.
And then so it was a rough day.
God,
It's been a rough 2 years.
Yeah, it was 900 feet from the high school. So this story isn't just ours; it's our whole community. But they were either taking their kid to school, dropping their kid off. The kids were all outside. They all saw. Everybody in the whole community pretty much saw it.
So, and he was 17 years old at the time?
Yeah, he had just turned 17.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're that close to the school, everybody walking.
Yeah, and we're about 1.2 miles from the school, maybe.
Yeah.
From the
So
house?
he almost made it to class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
How fast it happens. Blink of an eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we can recount, and we've talked about this before. We're both pretty active on social media, and we both talk a lot about our grief, and we talk a lot about Zach, and we do bring up the accident every once in a while because it's very much part of some of the things that we think about every single day, and will probably for the rest of our lives. But we've taken that and we've tried to turn it into something positive and something where, our grief can live. And then so, right after the accident happened, kids started tagging, long live Zach, on the walls and, in the city streets of Placentia.
Right.
And, I was like, this is
So he had a lot of friends.
yeah, he had a lot of friends, and then and I think kids are just being kids, right? And then so tagging this "Long Live Zach" everywhere, and I was thinking about it, and I said, well, it's not really "Long Live Zach." Zach's gone. It's how about we live like him, because he was a kind, compassionate, genuine, and creative kid, and he was really confident in everything that he did, and then so that became his mantra, and that was really where Live Like Zac started. Her husband came up with the stickers that you see there, so the logo, and then so we made thousands of stickers, and we took it back to the site where the accident occurred, and we just left 1,000 stickers out there for kids to start taking.
Great idea.
And then so we figured it would be easier to clean up a sticker than it would be to clean up spray paint on the wall.
sure.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening with those stickers is our friends started taking them, people started taking them, they started listening to us and listening to the mantra and a mantra for being kind. And they started taking them and posting them all over the world. And then so if you look at the Team Live Like Zac page on Instagram at Team Live Like Zac, you see things in South America, Japan, Europe, Canada.
Wow.
They've really spread kind of
Unreal.
all over the world. And
I
it's
like
been-
what Nicole said. It's not about that you lost Zach. It's how Zach lived.
Yeah. And it's just a sticker, which seems, it's just a sticker. But to us, there's parts of the world that Zach will never see that people think about him and bring him. And one of the best things that happens is not only somebody places the sticker and says, they're in Greece with us today, or he's in Greece with us today, but somebody goes to Greece and then they say, we spotted. So we have a spotted feature on our Instagram where people will
actually
say,
go
we
and they
spotted
find-
it.
Wow.
Yeah, so they know to describe either that they put the sticker there or that they spotted the sticker there. And it would shock you the places people have found a sticker that is just
Unreal, Don. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
I'm
So
going to take
it's-
a
It's not just a
I'm going to
sticker.
Hawaii tomorrow. I'm going to take it and put them all over Waikiki.
You might see some out there.
You'll see some out there.
You'll see some
Really?
out there for sure.
Yeah.
I got a question. Hey, I was asking for my glasses. I can't see without anything. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah,
Because
so it's
I
not
really
just-
I like what you said about how he lived. And
Yeah.
how important that is to you.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what the sticker represents for us sometimes is he would have been a traveler and he would have been,
Oh yeah.
you know, wanting to see and do those things that everybody is kind of doing for him.
So, what did he surf?
He did a lot of different things. So
Yeah,
we were,
I mean, what kind of sports was he into?
a little bit of everything. And then so we were a big ski and snowboard family. We got a place up in Big Bear. I lived in Lake Tahoe for 5 years, snowboarded a lot. I've been around the beach for a long time and surfed quite a bit. And so I've gotten the kids out on surfboards. And, you know, he really loved to ski. He liked to surf a little bit. We got into horseback riding. He loved riding horses. And we kind of talk about what that did for him. And I think horses really kind of changed him.
Oh, that's true.
I think that
I
there's-
grew up a cowboy. I was
Equine
a team
therapy
roper.
for sure. I
Zach's
think is
nickname was
helpful.
Cowboy.
Oh wow, very good.
Wow.
He played lacrosse. He loved to skateboard. Played soccer. He just did. Gosh, so I'm probably missing a lot of different things.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
live
he,
life.
yeah, he competitive skied. He competed on his horse. Yeah,
So he was good at whatever he did.
Yeah, I really encourage anybody that's listening and you guys to go to our website. We have a video of Zach, and it's pretty incredible when you watch it to see the way that he lived. I mean, you watch it and you're like, is he flying a plane now? Like, what did this kid? It's
What didn't he do? Well,
Yeah.
here.
Wait.
Go ahead.
What is the website? Say that
the
again.
website is www.livelikezac.com.
Well, because that was my next question. Why don't we get into this now?
Sure.
Because you have an organization.
Sure.
And let's talk about the organization and what you guys have built and how you built it, and let's announce that to everybody and how to get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, sure. So we started the organization because, well, you know, a lot of people started just.
What's the name of the organization?
The organization is Live Like Zac.
Okay, perfect.
And it's a 501c3. And when we started getting, you know, people did a GoFundMe for us. They did a lot of different things. And we just thought it would be great to give that money back. And we didn't really know how we were going to do it, but we were going to do it through the form of scholarships. And what we wanted to do was give it to kids that were just like him, you know, that were
Wow. Good for
kind,
you.
compassionate,
That's
genuine,
beautiful.
creative, and confident to live that way. And then we also knew that he wasn't going to get into 4 years. So we wanted to see how we could identify not the valedictorians that, you know, are all going to, you know, UCLA and UC Berkeley and Stanford and everything else, but more the kids that don't have the resources to figure out that there are opportunities for them and that they don't need to go to a 4 year. So we focused on the trades. Zach
Wow,
loved to weld.
fantastic. Yeah.
He got into welding. And then so we thought, how can we help kids get into the trades? And these were just ideas, but the foundation was really kind of, there were 4 founding principles to it. Number 1 was building his legacy. We wanted to build something that lived and breathed because he can't, right? Number 2 was something where our grief could live, right? And then so it was like, you know, what do we do with our grief and how can we be productive with it? And because, I mean, you can go to a lot of dark places.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I've certainly explored a little bit of that, and it's not healthy.
It's not a good place.
And then so it was a productive way for us to do that. And then
When
what
you
came-
say productive way to do that, was that with dealing with the grief and the pain?
yeah,
Yeah, of
Just
course.
and you know, I was telling you about my daughter. She's always told me one of the main things she learned out of the whole thing going to grief counseling was that she had to share her pain, and it really helped her. And that sounds like what you guys are doing, and that's really smart. That's the best way to do it, is to share it.
yeah. Nicole can talk a lot more about grief. She's much more of a grief expert than I am.
Well,
Women,
no.
I think, are typically better at sharing their emotions.
I'm
than
not
men
an
are,
expert.
but-
I'm not an expert, but I do host a podcast. It's called, can I do a shameless plug? It's called I Have No Words.
Of course you can.
It's my girlfriend and I, who she unfortunately 10 years before me lost her 16-year-old son, same high school, same sort of circumstances. He was riding his skateboard and got hit by a car. And so we co-host together, and we kind of guide people on, it's like her live guiding me on my grief, just 10 years later. And we kind of teach people how to support grievers. It's not really for the griever.
Real quick, what is the name of the podcast?
I Have No Words.
I Have No Words.
And you can get it anywhere you stream.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and so it's not for the griever, really. It's for people that don't know what to say or do for us or to us. And your daughter would be a perfect guest on there because we have people like her that come on and talk about their experience, and everybody's experience is unique and different. And even Tyler and I are different, even though we're grieving the same person.
You know, we were talking about Duke earlier, and you know, I ran
Duke
into
Ipa.
Duke Ipa.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kobe Ipa,
they know. They're actually friends. So
Oh, okay.
I
You're
actually
friend with Duke? I just had breakfast with him.
Well, I can't say I'm friends, but like we surf together. We know of each other, and you know, he's always good for giving a big hug too.
Yeah, fantastic.
Appreciating.
You know, it's a few times I've run into him since then, since the passing of Kobe. But you know, it's hard to talk, and I see what you're saying. That part is difficult for me.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it is for a lot of people. Then
I think it's harder than
most people think.
And it's harder for you guys than it is for us because we have our time to have our grief live somewhere, like Tyler just explained, in our corporation, and our energy goes into organizing this event and doing those sort of things. And you guys don't have something like that. So when you come to us, you're so upset and you're like, why aren't you crying? And we're like, oh, you just missed it. It was like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know.
I don't know. I would consider, like, when I go up to Duke, I'm almost uncomfortable, and we're friends. In Val, she'll give me a big hug, but it's like I feel really different.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to say.
And
I
that's
don't
okay.
know what to do.
If you say that, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Right? It's if you just say, I don't know what to say, but I'm going to give you a hug. It's not like you're going to wake up something that they're not already.
They're already
going
living
through.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
They live it every day, and it's not, and I guess over time, what I've learned is I have the people that I can go to, that I can talk to, right? And not everybody is not deserving of my grief, right? But everyone wants to know how they can help. People don't know what to say. Sometimes people say the worst things, right? But you got to just step back and realize that they don't know, and they just want to be helpful. They just want you to show that they really care, right? It's just we don't know how to do it. And like I was saying to you before we started this, when that happened to Duke, I mean, I lost my son 2 years ago. I don't know what to say to Duke.
Wow.
I don't
You've
know
been
either.
through it.
And I've been through it,
Wow,
right?
so now I
and
don't
then
feel
it's
There's
like,
definitely an insecurity in communicating with somebody when
I
they're
love
when
that
they're
word, 'cause
when they're
that's-
really vulnerable. You're both vulnerable in different ways.
I love that word because that's really that's actually a better way to put it than I did. I have a very insecure position with Duke and Val now. Like I know I'll get over it, And last time I saw him, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
But it is that insecurity. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well,
but
just how you just said, I was at the Sugar Shack with him yesterday morning having breakfast. We talked a little bit about it, and he says Val deals with it way different than I do.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I really didn't think about that, but then I realized my son-in-law and my daughter have grieved the loss of Aiden way different. And Aiden passed away 16 years ago. August 10th coming up will be 16 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm really sorry for your loss and that your family went through that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Men and women are different. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they deal with it different.
there's
I
physiological
love my wife,
differences.
but I love my wife. So you guys put on events.
Yeah.
I obviously you're a charitable organization.
Oh,
So
well, I guess not to cut you off, but like we're talking about the founding principles, and I got through two, right? And then so one was, legacy, where our grief could live. The third was helping others,
That's
right?
right.
Because Zac was very selfless and loved to help other people. I mean, he was a 17-year-old that was way beyond his years. And
Well, so would he help other people with their car problems and stuff like that, or just whatever it took?
just
whatever they needed?
anything and everything. It was,
Wow.
if it was helping people, he was involved in the horse community, and then so he'd help clean out stalls. He was involved, he'd help people really kind of with anything, right?
Yeah. They did a last throw for his track team. And one of the things that the coach said was, out of everybody, he was always the one to step up and do the things that people didn't want to do, maintaining the field.
Oh wow.
And we recently, ran across some news footage from the accident, and the kids that were interviewed at the corner at the site, they all said that he was always walking with a smile on his face. Even if you didn't know him, he would come up to you and he would make sure that you were included. He was very inclusive. He was sort of eclectic and like, I don't know, do I say weirdo, whatever?
That's all right.
He wore cowboy boots to school with his shorts. He didn't care what people thought.
Boots and shorts.
Yeah, and so if he recognized somebody else that was not as popular or as, he kind of just took them on, and he knew how they felt. So we have a lot of stories like that.
Oh, wow.
So when you say help, it's not even just a physical thing, but he also did like spread mulch at his teacher's house, and he was very helpful.
So he was a friend of the underdog.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very much so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we wanted to build something that would help others, right? And right now, giving out scholarships, right, and helping
That's
kids,
fantastic.
with resources to get into the trades. And then what came out of it was a community, right? And that's what I didn't really anticipate or think at the time, but really that's kind of the fourth thing was the community surrounding us and all the support that we received. And it's just when something like this happens that's this tragic, it really opens your eyes up to how supportive everyone is, right? I mean, like we're here with you guys right now, and you guys are supporting.
Well, I loved your story when
and,
she told me.
Yeah, letting us, be a part of this and share. And so it's so big for us.
Well, it's not just us. I mean, this is.
So
going out-
I
this
mean,
is
I
going
look
out the
at
community.
so I know half the owners of that own all these restaurants.
Yeah, we're very close with all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's a good friend of mine, the Irishman, and Cruisers.
I wanted to make sure you guys knew when I was talking to Tyler about this. So Zac's from Placentia, and you wonder like, how the heck did we get so prevalent in Huntington, and what are we doing here with
Yeah,
you?
that's one of my questions coming up, but go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll take
go,
over.
Go, run with it, girl. You go.
We're just going to run the show for you
You
guys.
go. This is your podcast.
You're going to start to see one of the reasons we're divorced. So one of the things that makes me so proud to grieve with Tyler and to do this with him is that he, I have the community. I have the high school it happened at. I have the corner. I have the site. People leave flowers. They leave presents for us. They know where I live. They drop off things for me. The community support has been amazing. Restaurants, when we walk in, they comp us stuff because they know who we are. Right. And Tyler didn't have that out here. Zac surfed with him, and Zac was here. I mean, speaking of the e-bike, he used to ride his e-bike from Placentia down the wash.
All the way.
The river
all the
trail,
way to get here.
Brookhurst, yeah. Come on out there, yeah.
To hang out with his dad. But he didn't. The community didn't have. He didn't have that big community hug that I had, being around town. And he built this. He built what has now become Live Like Zac in your community, and one of the largest pub crawls in Huntington history, because of him and his outspoken grief and sharing with everybody sort of what this is. And so Zac does live here. He does live and breathe here somehow because of what he's built. So that's what I wanted to kind of bring into why we're talking about Zac in Huntington.
Yeah.
Even though this happened at Placentia.
Yeah. Well, it's very cool. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the pub crawl.
Yeah. So, gosh, 3 months after we were looking to get everyone together, and we just came up with the idea of doing, a pub crawl, right? So how are we going to raise money for this foundation? And then
a pub crawl. I
would have
never thought that.
Am I away from it? So a pub crawl, we thought, well, that's easy, and kind of the same thing. I'd met some of the people down here. I'd live off of, or I don't know, it's a town lot,
Yeah.
And then so it's easy just to go frequent Main Street quite a bit. It's easy to get lost down there too. But had met a lot of the owners, and then so kind of threw the idea out to them to have a pub crawl, and they're like, yeah, sure, we do these all the time. It's not anything big, right? No big deal. Go ahead, promote it. Tell us what day it is. Let us know when you're coming in. So we started promoting it and sharing it, and the first year that we did it, we got 250 people to show up. Right? We raised something like $20,000, which was great. Or we netted $20,000. So we were super proud of that. And
wow.
That kind of gave us some runway to kind of figure out a couple other things. We did another event later on in that year, raised some more money, and then just started kind of building the foundation. But a lot of people, we got a lot of positive feedback from the pub crawl. So we did it again last year, and we almost doubled. We went to 450 people, and we were able to raise close to $40,000. And so as a result, in getting everything established this year, we gave away almost $25,000 in scholarships to kids that are all going to the trades. And so
that is so awesome.
We
Cool
partnered with Tri-Community Adult Education Center up in the San Gabriel Valley, and we just liked it used to be a continuing education high school. Is that what it's called? And then they converted it to like an adult education program that gives out certificates specifically for the trades, and they had a big HVAC program, a welding program, and all the certificates that you need to kind of get into those. And then so we liked the setup that they had. We wrote them a check for $20,000. And how many kids did that benefit? Almost 20 kids?
Yeah, I think almost 20 kids. And I grew up there. I went to high school out there, so that's kind of why we landed there. But what it does is they submit an application with an essay demonstrating how they live out the mantra. So they get to know Zac and they get to know us. And then they write an essay and then they qualify, or what do you call it? They do the requirements and then they get awarded. And it provides like their toolkits and things. When you start a welding program, our son's in the
it gets expensive.
in the sheet metal union. And had he not had the resources or the help or his own job, he might not have been able to start himself up successfully. And so some of these kids get $750. Some of them get a full ride. Some of them get $2,000 or $2,000. And it feeds to the high schools too. So they go out to the high schools and they pick the kids that are going to be entering the certification program. We also give the scholarships to young adults under 23 that are going to that school. So
you tapped into?
Awesome.
This is something cool you tapped into because as an employer, Don and being an employer, we see so many kids. I like to use the word entitlement. So many kids who just don't want to work. They want to be on a computer. They want to be on their phone. They don't really want to work. And when it comes to the trades, I think that's why you see such a huge increase in vocational training today, because the colleges, you're looking at 4, 5, 6 years of school, and kids don't want to do that anymore. Today,
not all kids, but
you're right. No, I'm not saying all. But you do what you're doing is you're offering a kid a chance to say, "Hey, I want to get into a trade," and it's a lot faster. I don't know. You can excel quicker into the trade than you can going into a 4-year college and trying to get a job.
Right.
I'm not saying education isn't good. I'm just saying what you guys are doing. You've tapped into something really cool because a lot of kids today want to get right in. Zac would have been one of those kids.
Well,
he would have wanted to get something going. And make things happen.
Yeah, the whole reason we're doing this is because we wanted to do something that Zac would be doing.
Yeah.
We want to emulate exactly what Zac would have been doing. And Zac was the type of kid, I don't even know that knew he had a high school counselor. He wouldn't have been knocking on a door saying, "Is there any scholarships for me?" These kids that go
He'd
into
be
the
out there
trades.
raising money on his own. And
He's it's not the typical kids that go in and know to go and pursue those things, and so that's why we kind of wanted to reverse it and do it for them, and find the kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
So this is just the pub crawl was just a means for us to raise money, and it's
generate revenue. That's it.
It's a really fun event, and then so we generate money through selling tickets or entry tickets into the pub crawl. It's not an exclusive event; anyone can show up. You don't have to buy a ticket, but we encourage you to because
you won't have a matching shirt if you don't.
Yeah,
you won't have a T-shirt, right? You're gonna.
What does LLC
we'll all
stand
look at
for?
you funny. Live like Zac.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So it's Live Like Zac Pub Crawl. I mean, it's July 18th, 2026. It's going to be your third annual.
Yeah.
Right? Your third annual. It's exciting. Yeah. Let's hope we now triple it.
So let me ask you something. So do you guys have like a 10 by 10 canopy with Live Like Zac on it, and that you use or anything?
So we don't have a canopy yet. A couple people have told us they'll sponsor one for us, and
Yeah,
so we've
my buddy
up.
makes it. My buddy owns Action Sports Canopies, and I got him. Like, if you ever see a lot of the events, surfing events and stuff like that, they all use Action Sports Canopies, and I got him. Believe me, you'd be surprised all the stuff that I do. I'd love to be able to help get you
a canopy
that says "Live Like Zac" on it.
We would love that.
And
That'd
then
be amazing.
During the 4th of July event, I'll put it right on Main Street. I'm on the executive board for the 4th of July, and we'll put it in the park So like I put like
25 buses?
yeah, almost 30 buses in the two parks, Lake Park and Farquhar Park.
Okay.
And then we raise money for different things, but we certainly can help.
We would love that.
Yeah, Live Like Zac Foundation. But at the same time, we put that canopy right there. And then I don't know how, like, if we could have some of these flyers made up and we can hand them out to people, because this year we expect up to, usually we have 300,000 people that come to our parade. This year, because it's the 250th year, we expect anywhere from 400,000 to 500,000
It's going to
people
be massive.
from PCH all the way to Yorktown, where the high school is. I mean, there is a lot of people, and the parks are. They're believe me, those parks. There are so many people right there. It's insane.
I was standing in it last year, and so I.
So you know.
Actually,
But yeah.
So you saw me go by in the HB Unplugged.
I think I don't know
had
if
that
I
four-wheel
saw.
drive. I was standing there with a mic yelling at everybody.
I'll see now that I recognize you.
Do you have? Is
Usually
that
it's Dallas Rains that I recognize.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
Yeah, Dallas Range was
Is that the
there.
picture you have of you and Zach?
So yeah, that's the bike parade that Ed Romo puts on.
Yeah,
but
that's on Friday the 5th.
yeah. So Zach, the first year I moved down here, Zach was still with us, and Zach we did the 4th of July parade, we did the bike parade, and so there's some pictures.
That's
of Zach and I
fantastic.
in that bike parade because someone had told me about it, and our friend that lives out here, he's like, "Yeah, come with us to this bike parade. It's pretty fun."
Yeah, so our band plays after the parade from like 4 to 5:30 on the big stage, right backed up to Main Street, or backed up to PCH on Main Street. I'll even give it a big shout out on the when I'm up on the mic.
We would love that.
that'd be
Thank
great.
you so much.
Dude, last year there was probably 10,000 people that came to the event. We opened up for Redneck Rodeo. They got a huge following.
It's a Ramsey Brothers rock and roll band.
Yeah, so we do like
Him and his brother.
classic rock, but we do it pretty good, and we have a huge following ourselves. But
I think I've seen you guys play down just on right by the pier.
Oh, yeah.
in Pier Plaza.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, we play there
On the stage.
Yeah, pretty often.
They're locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the two things I like to help with is the canopy, and that we'll put it down on the 4th of July event, and then we'll hand out these because it's right. It's what is it? 2 weeks later, it's this event.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get 600 people going to it this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That'd be great.
650.
Let's pack it full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one thing that's unique about our pub crawl?
Sure.
Of course you can.
First of all,
Remember you forgot. This is your show. She's switching over. She's the new host on this podcast show.
it's all ages. It's all ages. We've heard, he was 17. It's a pub crawl. Yeah, we want you to drink beer and throw money at us for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really lovely, special event. And one of the things that we do that's unique that we've never seen anywhere is we have an ice chest raffle, and we have Arctic ice chests that are on wheels, and they're all set up. And I think what are we at, 28 now?
28.
And the the police department, Huntington Beach Police Department, gave us their parking lot. So we will have the ice chest set up and
Next to cruisers.
next
yeah.
to cruisers.
Yeah.
And
Substation.
they're set up and displayed, and sponsors sponsor the ice chest, and then they pick a theme. And nothing really fits in the ice chest. Like Tyler's theme is snowboard, so there's a big snowboard hanging out of it. And
Nice.
this year we've decided to give other parents who have lost loved ones, who have lost children specifically, the opportunity to sponsor the ice chest, and they can either go and share their child with their community and raise money for their theme and collect the items. And then we will be sharing a portion of the proceeds of the raffle ticket sales with a charity of their choice.
And how much does it cost to sponsor an ice bucket?
$500 is the minimum.
Okay.
These ice chests are going, somebody's giving us a trip to Mexico in their ice chest in honor of their daughter, Taylor. These ice chests have, somebody's into Xbox. One of the kids is into hiking. One of the kids was into Harleys. It's a Harley day rental. Zachary's friends are sponsoring Zach's ice chest, and his is car theme this year.
Okay, so I'd like to put a sponsorship into it.
Great.
I don't know if you guys research anything, but I do
I
a lot
did.
of high-end cars. So I'd like to offer a complete paint correction and coating on a car of choice.
We're like one mind. I was already going to ask
Yeah,
you.
so I'll go ahead.
She's not afraid to ask
Since you
for
were
things,
saying
right?
it, but yeah.
I'll make sure Michelle puts a nice little gift basket together with a couple of my products, and inside of that gift basket will be the card to allow
Thank
up
you.
to a $3,000 paint correction and coating on a car.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so much for that.
I
So
I did that one time. Some guy brought in a semi truck.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not doing this.
So,
Yeah.
so how it works is we'll set that up instead of the basket in an ice chest, right?
Yeah.
And then so now there'll be 29 ice chests, but
Okay.
No, his goes in the car ice chest.
Yeah, the
Oh,
car
they
ice
go in the
chest.
car?
Yeah,
Oh,
put it in
great.
the car
Awesome.
one. Yeah,
Awesome. So,
Just
yeah.
put it in the car one.
I love it. And,
That was a Zach. Zach's a car guy. I'm a car guy. Let's
Yes.
give him. Yeah, that's what
so
I
you
wanna
buy
do.
raffle tickets.
Yeah.
They're $5 a piece. If you buy them online early, we do like volume-based discounts, right? But it just makes it easier for us to plan because we've got a lot going on that day. But you just put your raffle ticket in the ice chest you want to win. And then we just call each ice chest as it comes up. And then so it's not like a random raffle or anything.
Yeah.
You know what you're looking for, when it's going to happen. And so
But the reason we started doing this is because we like the opportunity for people who have not started a foundation, who have lost a child, to be able to share their child. And we've had really good feedback. We have these people that found us on Instagram from Alabama. They travel out here with their family and they come to the event and they sponsor an ice chest in honor of their son, who happens to be named Zach. And they get to talk about their Zach. And
Oh yeah, very good.
and their family and friends get to have a day to remember their loss without starting a foundation the way we did.
yeah, so there's 11 other kids.
Yeah, we have 11 kids that have passed away.
Can you
then-
guys make it to the 4th of July parade? I know you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make it, Nicole, to the 4th of July parade?
I just committed to plans today, but let me see.
Yeah. So the reason I bring this up is I got Aaron Kaufman. We're going to have him on the show on July 2nd.
Right.
You know, Aaron
That
Kaufman,
is
Motor
correct.
Trend,
No, Gas Monkey.
Gas Monkey Garage.
You're looking at me. I do not.
Big time celebrity. I think he's got 1,500,000 followers. I mean, he's a big shot. Really
Yeah. He's a great guy,
Great
too.
guy. He's so cool. I'm going to see if I can get him down to, if you get the booth set up, I want him to come to the booth and maybe sign some autographs and stuff. I'm going to ask him. I'm not going to make any. Hey, Aaron,
No, he will. He's
watching
got a
this
lot
episode,
going on
yeah.
that day. He's
So
doing
he's
a
putting
car
on a car
show.
show. He's putting on a
Main
very
Street.
unique and different car show, like nothing's ever been. These cars are one-off, one-of-a-kind type of hot rod classic vintage cars that he's
They
putting
are.
on the street. 40 of them.
It's amazing.
On the third and second block, Main Street's closed down after the parade, and they're putting the stage and all that, and then this car show is going to happen.
Tyler Wolf
insane.
was just here yesterday because we're doing some business, and Tyler's Aaron's manager, and so we're doing some stuff together, and I'll get Aaron as well. I'll get Tyler to come down as well. So.
Where did we have Zach's reception at in Anaheim?
Oh, so we had Zach's reception at somewhere called Route 39.
Yeah, oh,
It's
wow,
in
yeah.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a car collector's museum.
Nice. Yeah, it's very nice.
So we
museum,
had we had his celebration of life.
Yeah.
There because he was so into cars. And in fact, on June 4th, he passed away. And on June 8th, Mr. D's Diner in Placentia, they hosted a car show in his honor. And over 500 cars came. And they usually have what did he say? Like 9? It's just like a Sunday club, you know?
Yeah.
And
I know
over 500, it was on the news. It was very big.
Wow.
Big car thing. So,
Yeah.
I love your ideas because it fits right in with Zach.
Well, he's a car guy. I'm
We
a car guy,
invited.
so.
We went. We were in a fog. It was 4 days after.
Yeah.
I had no clue what was going on, but it was really cool to see everyone pull together that fast.
Yeah. Fantastic. Anything else you guys want to add? I mean, this is your platform, and here's what I do have to say. It's really about touching lives, what you guys are doing. Zach touched your life as your son, and he touched lives at the high school with friends and family, and like you said, anybody who he got involved with, whatever sport he was involved with, he was out there touching lives. And right now, you guys are touching lives in the Huntington Beach community because people are listening to this episode right now and feeling it. It's like, I learned something. You taught me something. And about how I can talk to Duke and Val and not be uncomfortable. It's just one of those things. And you eventually get over it. I know that'll happen, but it's hard when you lose somebody or a friend, you lose a friend, and now you got to talk to the wife, or you lose the wife, and now you got to talk to your friend. It's really difficult, really hard at times on everybody, and I can't imagine what you guys have gone through. But that when Michelle told me about you guys and what you were trying to do, she asked me, well, Mel, it's outside the community. I don't want to bring this up. I know you're all about the but then she sat me down and she told me what you guys were and what you're about and what you're trying to do. And, the scholarship thing hit me hard. I was like, wow, that's a big deal. And I told Don, I called him because we always talk about who we're going to do and why we're going to do them. And, we both agreed, wow, that you guys will be a big hit and, you'll have an impact, and you're already having an impact on Huntington Beach. And, we're more than blessed to have you on the show and have you share this story with me because, there's so many, look at what's happening. A canopy, a detail on a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine what you're going to see after that, So,
Yeah, well, and learning about Aiden too. That was that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you guys for joining us, and thanks.
Yeah, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thanks for bringing us on. I'm glad that you guys.
So can we go over the website again and the Instagram page? So go ahead and tell us what the website is again.
And phone numbers, any way people can get in touch with you guys.
Sure. The website is www.livelikezac.com, and that's certainly where you can buy the pub crawl tickets, and you can also learn a lot more about Zac there.
Oh, fantastic.
And,
okay, good.
You can see all the events that we've done, everything that we've been up to, and Nicole's really good at keeping, everything current on that.
And what is the Instagram? Is it
Team Live Like Zac.
Team Live Like Zac?
Yeah, that's where your experience as our supporters lives. That's where the stickers live. That's where people send us all of the things. It's a little informative, but the website is kind of where you get to learn about Zac. And please, I beg all of you to go and watch his video of his life.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's pretty amazing, the life that my son lived in the short amount of time.
What we're going to do to help you with that is up on the board here, as you can see right now, there's Zac's photograph, and we'll also have the link right here for them.
Thank you.
So they're all going to look at the link right now and see the link, so they'll be able to go right to that video and check it out.
Yeah.
Email.
Team@livelikezac.com.
Okay.
Team@livelikezac.
Yeah, and everything is on the website. You can find our personal Instagrams on there. You can find my podcast is on there. I wrote a children's book about Zac.
Okay,
that's really
one more
amazing.
time
That's
the name
on
of
there.
the podcast.
I have no words.
I have no words.
Yeah.
That's the
I
podcast.
love that.
We'll promote it.
That's good.
Thanks.
I have no words.
Yeah, it's a little.
Host and co. Now, when you bring guests on, I'm assuming they're offsite, maybe computers and things like that.
Yeah.
Or do you bring
Yeah,
them
we just
on-site
do a
too?
Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you
us.
so much, you
Appreciate
guys. It was nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
I'm Mel Craig.
And I'm Don Ramsey.
And thanks for joining us for another episode of HB Unplugged. And by the way, see the button? I keep telling you guys this. It's look at it right now. It says subscribe. Click it. Right now. I'll wait. You guys, we're waiting. Everyone's waiting. Click it. Go ahead. Click it right now. Thank you guys. See you later.